Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Sunday, August 13, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. San Diego Padres vs Arizona Diamondbacks. Take San Diego money line. And here is why. After taking the series opener 10-5, the Padres were held scoreless in Game 2, managing just 5 hits on the contest. Manny Machado was the standout player for San Diego as he finished the game going 3-4 at the plate. Rich Hill got the start, and over 3.1 innings he retired 4 batters and allowed 3 runs. RHP Seth Lugo is set to take the mound for his 9th road start of the season. The 33-year-old enters this contest with a 4-6 record to go with an ERA of 4.19. Lugo has thrown some of his best ball on the road this season as his ERA has sank to 3.27. While he's still allowing hits, 49 over 52 innings, he's allowed only 7 road homers. Walks have been a bit of a concern during road games, and he finished the month of July with his highest walk total. That being said, he's kept things well in check during daytime games as far as walks are concerned, but he's traded a lower walk rate for a higher home run rate. In 8 daytime starts this season, Lugo has surrendered 10 total homers. This trend also continued in July as Lugo allowed 6 5 starts. July wasn't all bad for the righty, though, as he finished with his lowest opponent batting average. This will be key as opposition has hit nearly .300 at the plate against Lugo during daytime outings. The Diamondbacks took Game 2 and ended a 9-game drought that saw them fall from grace in the NL West. Despite accounting for 10 hits on the day, Arizona scored just 3 runs, all coming in the first 3 innings. Christian Walker, who finished 3-4 in the box, put the Diamondbacks over the edge when he hit the game's lone homer in the bottom of the 3rd. All said, 4 D-backs managed to log multiple hits. Zach Golan got the nod, and he retired 8 batters and gave up 4 hits over 6 innings. Even though the Padres were held scoreless in Game 2, their offense has seemed to take a turn in the right direction as they've carried over their strong hitting from July into August. Lugo has been sharp on the road this season and has done well to eliminate home runs from opponents. Lugo is also coming off a poor performance that he'll be looking to bounce back from. Fod has been most erratic at home this season, and while he's still searching for his first win, he's got a backpedaling offense backing him up. What's more, Fod has struggled giving up the long ball during the day, which has been a key to the Padres' success. Take the favorite here. Our total pick is under 9.5 runs. And here is why. While Fod has struggled at home this season, he seems to have dialed it in a bit over his last 2 starts, holding opposition to under .200 at the plate and giving up just 1 homer. Lugo tossed well against the Diamondbacks earlier this season and gave up just 2 runs over 6 innings. On top of that, he's thrown some of his best on the road this season. The Diamondbacks' offense hasn't been able to stay out of their own way of late and look for Fod to keep his composure here. The play is the under. Baltimore Orioles vs Seattle Mariners. I'm siding with Seattle here. And here is why. The Mariners won their 8th straight game on Friday night by blasting Baltimore 9-2. Center fielder Julio Rodriguez continued his hot stretch with a 2-for-5 performance, including a 3-run home run and 4 RBI overall. First baseman Ty France also had 2 hits and a homer, and starter Luis Castillo, 8-7, cruised through 6 innings, giving up just 2 hits and 1 run. Seattle struck first with 2 runs in the opening inning on a long ball by catcher Cal Raleigh and pulled away with 5 more in the 4th. The Orioles kicked off a 9-game road trip on Friday and were rudely welcomed to the West Coast by the Seattle Mariners in a 9-2 loss. Baltimore only managed 4 hits on the day, one of which was a solo home run in the 4th inning off the bat of designated hitter Anthony Santander. Pinch hitter Jordan Westburg also drove in a run with a single in the 9th inning. Starting pitcher Kyle Gibson, 11-7, was tagged for 12 hits and 9 earned runs in 5.1 innings. The Mariners continue to be one of baseball's hottest teams, winning 9 of their last 10 games. They've also won 4 out of Bryce Miller's last 5 starts. With a rock-solid pitching staff and Julio Rodriguez playing at an elite level in recent weeks, it doesn't look like anyone is going to slow down Seattle anytime soon, not even Baltimore. The Orioles have remained steady since taking over the lead in the AL East, but they were just tasked to travel from Baltimore to Seattle after Thursday's game without a day off. Flying from coast to coast and having to play a game every day is bound to catch up to the Orioles after a couple of days. To me, that gives the Mariners a slight edge in what should otherwise be a close and entertaining game. And in case that isn't enough, Miller is 5-2 at home this season and has held opponents to a .202 batting average at T-Mobile Park. Our total pick is under. And here is why. I like the under here. Seattle's pitching staff has been good all year, and it's been even better since July 28, allowing only 2.6 runs per game over that 13-game span. The under has hit in 4 of the Mariners' last 5 contests. For Baltimore, Kyle Bradish has already turned in one good start against Seattle this season, hurling 7 innings of 2-hit 2-run baseball with 7 strikeouts on June 25. He has also enjoyed a very good summer, with an ERA under 2.50 in both July and August. I'm expecting to both starting pitchers to be effective in this one. And the bullpens will be just as good. They've been 2 of the best bullpens in the American League all season. Cincinnati Reds vs Pittsburgh Pirates. Take Pittsburgh. And here is why. Cincinnati took Game 1 on Friday 9-2, but they have really struggled lately. That was just their second win in their last 10 games. Pitching has been a major issue for the staff, but Andrew Abbott was steady, allowing just 2 runs in 5.2 innings. Luke Maile hit his 4th home run, and Elly De La Cruz produced 3 RBIs. After the win on Friday and due to results on Saturday, the Reds sit in 3rd in the NL Central, just a half game behind the Cubs and 3.0 games behind Milwaukee for first place. They are also just a half game behind the Cubs for the final wild card spot. Cincy sent down Nick Senzel to Louisville on Friday. He was hitting just .219 in 80 games, and rookie of Henry Ramos was called up in his place. Ramos went 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter on Friday. Cincy will go with Luke Weaver on the mound. Weaver has been part of the problem on the mound lately, having allowed 5 runs in his last 7.1 innings. He is 2-4 with a 6.75 ERA this season with a 1.63 whip. Jackson has been lights out in a relief role, and they may stretch him to more than 3 innings. The problem for the Reds has been the performance of Weaver. He's 1-4 on the road with a 6.11 ERA and has a 7.24 ERA at night. The Reds have won just 2 of their last 10 games, and they've won just 1 of their last 5 games against the Pirates this season. Our total pick is over. And here is why. Pittsburgh will not likely make the playoffs this season. They sit in 4th place in the National League Central at 11 games behind first place Milwaukee. They are also 8th in the wild card race and 8 games behind the 3rd and final spot. Pirates fans will wonder how the season would have been had Phenomenal Cruz not gotten hurt in early April. Last season, he hit 17 home runs and stole 10 bases in 331 at-bats. Cruz injured his ankle and could return in early September. The Pirates will send Andre Jackson to the mound. He was acquired from the Los Angeles Dodgers in June and was then sent to AAA Indianapolis. He was called up last week and has retired all 15 batters that he has faced with 7 strikeouts and no walks. However, Jackson will likely go 2 to 3 innings and is a long reliever. That makes this a bullpen game for the Pirates. In the first game Sunday, left-hander Brandon Williamson, 4.2, 4.54 ERA, gets the nod for Cincinnati, while Pittsburgh right-hander Mitch Keller, 9.8, 4.39, will start for Pittsburgh. Williamson, who has never faced the Pirates, will be making his 16th career start and appearance. Over his past 7 starts, he is 3-1 with a 3.19 ERA. Keller, after asserting himself as the Pirates' ace and pitching in his first All-Star game, has seen a regression. He has lost his past 5 decisions, is coming off a no decision, and will be looking for his first win since June 28. Keller is 2-4 with a 6.49 ERA and 13 career starts against the Reds, including 1-0 with a 5.06 ERA in 2 starts this year. In Game 2, Cincinnati right-hander Luke Weaver, 2-4, 6.75, will oppose Pittsburgh right-hander Andre Jackson, 0-0, 5.16. Jackson will open in a bullpen game. Jackson, who has never faced the Reds, was acquired from the Los Angeles Dodgers. He has retired all 15 batters he has faced in relief with the Pirates, with 7 strikeouts and no walks. Although all of his appearances this year have been starts, Weaver has enough no decisions to fill a wheelbarrow, 14 in all. That includes his last time out on Tuesday against the visiting Miami Marlins, when he gave up 1 run and 5 hits, with 6 strikeouts and 1 walk. Weaver is 2-3 with a 4.07 ERA in 10 career games, 7 of them starts, against the Pirates.